Alright, alright. Stream's good. You guys can hear me. It's all that matters. We're going to work on this teacup here. So I actually do have a teacup that I had in mind. Where did it go? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to do this. Alright, so these are all the teacups that I'm going to be using here. And I have my screen unlocked, but you can see there's a bunch of teacups here. Now this one in particular, I like the shape of this. Very straightforward. I was going to make 2 more after this one, so I was thinking maybe a longer one rather than a rounded body. And there's one that kind of, you know, wide on top, slender on the bottom. The one I have is the more traditional, the thin, the short but very stout. This one right here. This is kind of what I was shooting for. Now this is a new one that I'm working on now, and I was kind of trying to hope to get this. Where is it? This one in particular? Let me actually see if I can click on that. Okay, so this is here. So it has like a very traditional build, you know, in body, but the bottom actually has like, it's like a goblet at the bottom where it has its own stand, rather than just you know, here how it just has like a rim. And then the handle is a little bit decorated. I don't know if I'm going to go in that far in depth with this handle, just because I don't want to have an exact copy of this cup. I want to have my own design, and you can see that there are kind of some slight indents. I'm not going to do that, at least not with this one. I could do it, but honestly, I'd rather do something more like this. Yeah. Let's do that. Use this one. Okay. I'm not worried about the colors, just the overall shape. And essentially, this is kind of what we're getting here. The ear, or sorry, I call it the ear because it looks like an ear, but it's the handle. All right. Everything's looking good. Let me actually hide the plane. Where'd that plane go? Teacup. We'll come up all this. Glass teacup to liquid. Okay, we're gonna get that. We're just gonna call this glass teacup 2. Oops. Move that down. Go, so glass teacup. So everything's already made. I kind of already did the impressions on it. So we can just make sure that there's no odd squared off pieces. Now it is kind of squared off here. I could add a few more edge loops. I'm sorry, I forgot the term. I'm just gonna do that. Equal from distance. Minimize this if I can, or shorten it. Cool. So I'll leave this here because I'm actually going to change it here in a second. So now that I have that selected, let's select this and let's see if I can on there. Doesn't really matter where, how high it is. I don't know why it won't let me do that one. So that's why. And one right there. So these 3 right here, we're going to be changing. So we're going to go into this view, press Q, change it, and then we're going to press R. And here we're going to click the yellow and not shrink it, but actually, that's actually fine. How I think of it. This right here that needs a little help. So, okay, so we're going to switch this to edge, and this one we're going to move you down. About halfway should be fine. Just want to make sure that it's somewhat smooth. I'm going to shrink it just a touch. Boom. There we go. Now, obviously, I can go into detail and make it very round, you know, make it look as smooth as possible, but I don't want that. Alright, so now that we have this, I can actually look at the bottom. We have a bottom here. And honestly, I think that's fine. We're not worried about that. I'll fix that real quick because we do kind of want to have a T bottom because most people will be looking at this and probably tossing it around. We want to be able to have people toss it around, have it be a physical item. Physics item. Man, I can't talk right now. I'm still too sick. So what I'll do is I'll kind of make an indent here. So I'll extrude it. I'm gonna go inward. And what we'll do here is we'll go up just a touch. Go inward again, and we're gonna go up again. And then we're gonna shrink it. Go here. Want it to go too far. And I'll do this. I'll extrude it again, and this time we'll kind of do that just to kind of bring it inward. And we can just shrink it back down. Honestly, I kind of want that as small as possible, just that way it won't be really noticeable. And then from here, we fill the hole. Boom. Here's the hole. Cool. Now they're free to toss it around as much as they like. So now, as you might have noticed, it looks just like a goblet, really. Doesn't really have anything else to it. So what we'll do there is we're actually going to turn this, because I want this on the axis. Otherwise, it's going to be a very big pain in the butt to turn it. So we'll switch to object mode, grab the whole thing. I'm actually going to turn off liquid for now because I don't want to get in the way. And then we'll twist this around, press E, and I'm on a weird turning radius. I could probably turn it, but honestly I just need to turn it a little bit just so I know what I'm working with. So transforms right here. So that one a little too far. 25. Too much. So now we're on an odd axis. So what I'll do is I'll add 27. All right, not far enough. I want this flat. So we'll do 28. Nope, almost there though. Let's do 29. 29. I don't know why we did 22. Man, I'm having a stroke over here. Oof, 29,000 apparently. Okay, so that's too far. So what we do here is put 28 again. And we're going to change it to a 5. So now it's 28.5. All right, that's flat. Perfect. That's how I want it. But it is off center now. So we're going to do this. And we're going to do... Actually, is it off center? It's supposed to be directly in the center. It is lightly off right there. Okay, so now that it's on center, we need the side to be on center. That's the only problem with working with 32 sides, is that it's never on the same, it's never on the axis. Well, now that we got that working out, let's actually do our little work here. So what we'll do here is we're gonna select the face and just select. That didn't make it easy, honestly. There we go. So it's this. So we're gonna have to work with this one. So let's see. This is the face right here. Okay, so this is 2. Well, okay, depending on how we have it. Where's the other teeth? Okay, so they have it up above and it extends. I don't know if I really want that. But look, if we look at this one, it's way up here. So we'll hit way up here, way down here. Okay, so like here and down. I don't want it too far. Do I want it here, right here? Yeah, let's do it right here. All right, so what we do here was just deleting the faces, and I'm going to switch this. Press Q to get it all out of that, and then edge. Double click that. Control. Shift. And then double click that again, and then we're gonna bridge it. Boom. And now it's gonna look weird because it's off in a different direction. Oh, there we go. Boy, I gotta make sure this is going out. So we had division, so we can kind of do 10 for the look. Taper it a bit. Okay, you shouldn't need to taper it that far. So I'll do this. Change this to blend. Excuse me, sorry, still sick. All right, make sure these are positive. Yep, they're good. Good, 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 good. Now you notice how the inside doesn't have all that filling. It didn't need it to begin with because this is just the inside. It just needs to be smaller than the width of the outside. And so it's easier. It's much easier if you do it this way. Just that way you get your liquids. I mean, you can do it the other way, but it takes more time. And if you mess up, you have to undo some stuff. I'll always make sure to save an increment if you're doing that, just so you can back up your stuff. But I don't do that, so I don't take risks. I just make sure I press save, and we're good. I'm happy with everything we've gotten so far. And let's add some taper to this. Honestly, I like 0.3 for this taper specifically, just because we are going to alter it. I'm actually going to extend it. However, if I can see if we grow it, then it breaks the bottom side. That's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to work on the bottom. Oh, I should have done this one. So we'll still do that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And because I don't want to do that, just undo until the faces are back, and we'll take this face. Hardly lost any time at all. And maybe I'll take actually this one. Delete those. Oops. I did it delete all of those. Hold on. Hello. So we're not gonna mess with this one too much. We're gonna those. All right, let's go back to edges, and then we're gonna go back to bridge. Divisions. We'll just 6 good. Positive. 0.5 and blend. All right, cool. And we're gonna taper it less. Nope. Maybe add a few more divisions. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is something a little different. But now, I do like that it's rounded, but we're going to pull it out. So I'm going to just take all these. I'm going to try my best to get it as perfect as I can, but I got to use this. Just look back. I'm sorry, still sick. Let me drink some coffee. Warm should help. Oh, that's good. That's good. And hold on, let's bring this up again. All right, so we can bring it up and out, and this will be stretched outward, which is not a bad shape in general. So what I'll do is, never use the 3D here, because if you do that, it'll go sideways. Notice how it's no longer aligned, so don't do that. Control Z that. So we'll use the blue to kind of push out right about there, and we can always add insert edge loops. And then from this side, because this is an orthographic view, we're gonna tilt upward. Right up. Do I want it over? Yeah, I kind of do. All right, so let's see if we can hit this line here a little bit better. Honestly, I think that's right there's good. All right, so let's take a look at what we have. So we can kind of do this curled thing. Kind of got that going on. Then we just curve this, curve like an ear, and then it straightens out. We can do that, or this one will probably be a little easier. So it goes under, over, like a heart almost. So this is the shape of a heart, and here it like dips. I don't want to do that. I'd rather have it more like this, and then we can maybe add a little spike to the end. Or we can just do our own thing, honestly. Let's do that. Alright, so now that we got that, let's just that, and then we want to make it a little flatter. but that just looks odd. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll make that. And then what we could do is now we can add that little insert. We're actually going to do one. It has to be specific here. So we're just still on one. So we're going to press shift. And we're going to do this. And then from there we can actually rotate this. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is turning the wrong direction. Oh no, it's not. Good, good, good. Closer. Little awkward. Sure. We're actually gonna make that smaller. I gotta get rid of this. So, okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to vertex mode, select all of these, slightly down, move this slightly up like that. If we want, we can add one more edge loop right here. Hold on. Back to edge loops. Actually, no, let's do it one better. Let's do this. We want that little kind of, I don't know what you'd call that, elf ear pinch. Right about there. So let's do a face actually. So we're gonna do, oops, press Q to get out of that face. Select. We're only gonna select this face. Yeah, no, that's actually perfect. Now we're gonna press Control E, extrude, and we're gonna. I should have done that. Hold on. Back to this. Control E. Add some thickness. So we're just gonna do. It should be good, honestly. So this is what we have. So I'll do that. It just looks like a square ear piercing. But that's easy to fix. So what we'll do is I'm gonna add some edge loops to that. Edge loops. We're actually going to make them multiple, and they're going to be equal. So there's two right down the middle, and I'll do two more down the middle there. So it's going to start like this, and it's slowly going to work its way. I don't need any more edge loops for now, so we're going to press Q. See, kind of reset the tool I'm using, and what we'll do is a little harder for me to work with here. I'll switch to vertex. To bring him in. I do kind of want it rounded. So what I'll do is I'll merge these points. It'll be one point. Excuse me. Where's the merge? Merge. Here it is. Merge to center. Cool. Alright, so now you kind of see that it is kind of at a point now. It is a small point, but it is a point nonetheless, one single point. And I kind of want you, hold on, I'll just leave you. Mostly, what I'll do is I'll shrink the rest. That's smart. And we'll actually go to edge. Double click it, you can see the whole edge now. I'm kind of afraid to touch it with this, so what I'll do is we're going to be using the move tool. We'll click that and we'll switch that to object. Now that makes it even more messed up. All right, component. There we go. And then we're going to shrink it. Shrink about there. Make this 2. Change to object. Change this to world. There. there. Component? Why is it all weird now? I was just doing everything right. Okay, well, hold on. I'm just going to shrink this thing. Do this to this. Let's see if we can shrink that a little bit. Actually, I don't need to shrink that. Let's go back. Alright, what I can do now, just get rid of that. Actually, no, I'm going to need that back to... I'll leave it there for now. Let's get another edge loop. Go to settings. I want equal distance. Why is it? That's Q. Straighten this. Such a weird angle. This one? Okay, that's good enough. Cool. Alright, those edges are straightened. Alright, I can add more. Edge, press Q for this. Still in edge mode. We're going to slightly grow this. Slightly grow that. Slightly grow that. I'll take this. Grow, right? So let's see both sides. Alright. We want to make it smaller. Cool. That. Alright. Yeah. Now I'm trying to figure out what design do I really want. I want it smaller like this? If I do that, then I'm going to actually prefer it this way. sharper. I don't think I want sharp edge. What I want to do is make this not as sharp. So what I'll do is get through that. Let's do vertex. We're just gonna move yellow. Yellow stays aligned. It'll just have a slight tip. Why is it? Yes, no, that's actually good. Okay. Let's turn this off. Object mode. It's kind of rounded slightly. And I could add more edge. Like the more edge tips you add, the rounder it can get. Much easier. But this is a simple design. I really don't want that much. That much detail, at least, or that many triangles. Simple teacup. That's enough for that. So what I'll do is now I'll round the rest of the handle. Just go back to edge loops because I need more edge loops. Don't need, well, this is the problem, is I need 2 on each side. So let's, does that, that's gonna be, well, actually not bad. Cool. No, okay, now that'll just mess things up. All right, that's good enough for me. Rounded the sides with that. That kind of seems a little stretched, an odd shape. I'm going to add 1 edge loop. So for that, I only need the multi-cut tool. So I'll go to multi-cut. And I'll add a point there to and press. Maybe not enter yet. Don't press enter. Shoot. Shoot. All right. That too. Keep forgetting to press shift. Okay, now it's 50-50. Cool. Press enter. It's accepted. We're gonna switch back to edge mode. Press Q, and now we can actually work this. Excuse me. All right, now let's move it from here. I don't want to move it too far. Slightly and slightly out. What does this do? Okay, cool. Let's not do that. I want a slight indent because I want to round this. So in fact, let's just do this. Keep it pretty obvious. So what we'll do now is, am I happy with that? You know what? I think I am. But I just need to add one more multi-cut right here to make it rounder. So we'll go back to multi-cut. Oops. Multi-cut. Let's just go to tools. Multi-cut, and we'll do there to there. Press enter. Press Q. Look a little better. Yes. Cool. Spent more time on teacups than I did on the coffee cups. Coffee cups are so easy. Teacups are a little more oriental, traditional. Let me show you the other teacup. It's bigger. I have to blow this up. All right. So this is the teacup. You don't see the outside because it's not really built yet. So we're actually switch. Okay, that is. You can't see it in this. So it is. All right. Let's go back to the other teacup. need to do this so I can grow these two together. We're actually gonna put this back. And we're gonna make you a little bit bigger, right about there. And from there, we're gonna press X and we're gonna drag you down. Cool. So that's gonna be a little bit taller, and that's kind of what I was wanting, but the ears aren't the same rotation. Taller, but less filling. This one has wider filling. Excuse me. All right, so here's the overall shape. Not quite happy with this yet. Now, I'm fine with the top being flat and this being rounded, but that also means that I need to make the bottom rounded. So let's add a multi-cut. So we'll press Q, Mesh Tools, multi-cut, press Shift, there, press Enter. And honestly, I could extend it to from there to here. Do I want it down there? No, that's enough. Just call it good. All right, go back to edge mode, Q to undo all the other stuff. Now we can press W and we can slightly move it out and down. Actually, no. Before we do down, just this one. I don't want to change the overall shape of that. See, and then we can take this out. Cool. And that's exactly what I was hoping for. I may. Let's just deal with that. Cut. Tool. To enter. All right. Now let's save. And now I can edge mode. Press Q to get out of the multi-cut. And from here, I can just make this just a touch. Cool. Not bad. I'll save again. And that's it. That's it with my, let me just double check the filling. All right, now let's do an Arnold. We're going to screenshot this. All right, here's the Arnold. And what we'll do is I'll click on the E-cup. Right click, assign existing. We're going to call it glass. And then liquid. Right click that. Oops. Existing material. Not really white wine, but it'll do. It's just meant to have like a little aesthetic to it. There we go. There's our teacup. Kind of looks like tea with medicine. Oh shoot! Before we do that, let's get our plane back. I call this floor because I keep forgetting to turn it on. There we go. And just for that, we're gonna turn this. Sorry, we're gonna press F to frame in, and what it should do is lock into that center. So now when I press Alt and scroll around, although it didn't grab on, it went to the floor. Kind of silly. Let's go back down. E cup. F. There we go. Turn you. I want to show that you call it the ear, the handle, just a touch. And we're going to tilt you up. Probably down. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. Nope, too close. Drag this manually out. Cool. And slightly down. Come on, come down. Alright, there we go. Saved, and this is going to be our screenshot. I'm just going to try and finish my coffee if I can while this loads. It'll take a while. But that is essentially how you make a coffee cup. Now I already had the other part started, but you'll get to see the beginning stages now. Alright, so we have this build. Let me alright, so now we're gonna go for this more of a regular teacup. What do we want? This shape? We have the wider one. This is the taller one. The wider one's more of a bowl shape like this, without the weird design, curved designs here. So we want an elongated something, maybe like, see, because that already has that kind of shape. T-glances. Could very well add these folds that they have in here. Kind of hard because of the color on it. Oh man, but the handles are the biggest tricks. Maybe I should do this shape. This is kind of what this is. So let's not do that. And then the bowl one's kind of what I do with the wider one. Let's slender to down. Okay, let's do that then. Let me find one that actually I can see, because all this color is very distracting. And also, I need to make some handleless teacups too, like this. You know what? I'll make a handleless indented one like this. All right. We'll go for something like this shape then. This won't be too hard. Let's make it bigger. All right, you ready for a picture? You are. Okay, so now file, save as. For the glass teacup 2. See all the stuff I've made. Glass teacup 2. Ta-da! Now that that's saved, stop that. We can actually close this tab. And now we can hide that. Minimize this. Actually, no, I still need it. Reason being is we're going to actually use this as a frame of reference. Now this one's going to be smaller, I think, because it's not going to have this base here. It'll be shorter. Say where that fill line is. It's just gonna, it's just going to have a traditional bottom. And then try to make it wider up top, and it's very slim on the bottom. All right. Cool. Let's do it. Start now. Right about there. I can make this. Shut that down. Now you can see the beginning stages. All right, so let's take a look again. Wide on top. Very thin at the bottom. That's it, where the thin is. It doesn't get, there's no wave back and forth. It's just here and then a gradual incline until about halfway, then it goes straight down. At a in a curved angle, but it's still steep. This is fairly flat right here. And then I don't know how many indents there are, but that doesn't really matter. We're just gonna get this, and we're gonna select this. We're going to go to object mode and go to polycylinder, and we're going to change this to 32. That way at least it's round, but what we're going to do is a little different. We're actually gonna have no cap, just for both sides. That's fine. I'll hide the plane. All right, back to this. And what we'll do is go to edges, and this will be a little fun. Every other one. Did I select one that's off? I did. Okay. Yeah. Let's start from here. This one. This one. Why is it? It's because I put 32. Ooh. Every other one. I don't think math homesick. There we go. And then we'll do our extrusion. Yeah. Let's do from the top view, and we're going to use the green, and we're going to go outward. It's not working. Oh, do this. Quite the shape I wanted. Okay. Not doing what I want it to do. I don't know why it's doing this. I want it to go to center. Object. There we go. And I was having a stroke there. Let's close that. I kind of want this outward. And the easiest thing to do is to kind of put a little bit out. Yeah, it'll be a little off, you know, from if you look at the orthographic. And then from here, I'm going to change the angle. And I can't do it. I can't do it with all of them selected, so what we'll do is we'll start selecting these top parts. Edge mode. You on that. Yeah, let's just do this. This will be that. Control, select these. And we're going to flatten these slightly. Just so we get rid of some of the sharpness. Do the same thing here. And then we're going to make this completely flat. Alright, now you can kind of see there's some shape coming to this. But that doesn't fully matter here. Let me make sure that this is still kind of relatively flat. Okay, so what I want is to increase the top part. So we'll select here those vertexes. Go out to about there. And we're going to you bring you all the way down to like here. Hold on, let me see. What did I have? Yeah, just about there. And let me be a little bit smaller here. Smaller. What am I shrinking? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Text it. Halfway there. looks fairly steep, but it's not going to be that steep. Just the bottom here is going to be steep. The top, I'm going to slightly curve it. Now, you know what we do? We add in insert loops. Yeah, because it'll make it easier. So let's do that. Just make sure we're doing multiple. We're going to do 2 at a time. Because we're going to be using not that many. Just the top part needs it, or the middle for sure. The top. But the problem is they're still ziggly, right? So let's Q, get out of that. Switch to edge mode. And we're gonna just click on this. I'm gonna flatten it. That's what we want. Top can be fine, but these need to be flat. Double click, straighten, double click, straighten. Just trying to align to the top. That's fine. Now that it's straightened, what we can do is start to kind of shape this. So now let's go back to vertex. And I'm actually going to make this wider. So from here up, we're going to make it wider. This much smaller. What we'll do is we'll add yeah, because then we're starting to get that shape. But now it kind of looks like almost like a plant, right? All right, so let's save it because I'm actually very happy with this. We're gonna go to face mode. We're gonna delete this, and then we're gonna delete that. So now it's hollow. You see, there's nothing on the inside, but that's fine. We're never gonna see that. Back to edge mode, and we're gonna click on the side, and then Q, and double click. So now we get the full edge. Now we're gonna press Control E, and let's just do a little bit thick. Nope, we want inward, so let's go negative. Right about. This might be too thick. Let's do point. Let's do manual. 0.2. Good. I'm gonna press Enter. And then we're going to do the same thing, Control E again. This time we're going to go down, so we're just going to go see negative. Right about there. And because we're still selecting the edge, we can press E and then we can press that middle and then just go towards the middle. Now this will be a little harder to kind of fill, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Less. All right, so I don't go too far. So we went right here. We're gonna cap it right here. So right here, press Control E, and we're actually gonna go inward to about. One's about good. But we don't want to sticken up, so let's go back down and let's see if we can go from negative. Nope, just enough. Point. 0.1's enough, and then we're just gonna press R and we're gonna just scale it inward. There. Now it's flat. Flatten that. Double click those edges. Flatten these. Now flat. The more you flatten, the easier it'll be. It's gonna be hard to do the circle thing. It's going to be pretty much a star-shaped point or flower shape. But that's okay. One thing we can do is take faces, press and hold tab, and then just select all these. Oops. Control select these. Tab again, press those. And we're going to take press Control D, and it should make its own cylinder, right? Now the easiest thing to do is, well, cylinder 11 has history, so we're going to leave this. So this is going to be glass tea cup 3. this is going to be glass teacup for 3 liquid. Alright, a stroke. Put that glass teacup 3. I do it this way because it's easier for me to organize. I know it's kind of odd that I do it this way. Fine, I gotta do 4 teacups. Open it to today. And then I'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a different day. So I like the outside shape of this. It's actually looking good. Hold on, I don't know which is which though. Okay, cool. Now that we have this, we're gonna go back into it. We don't need a lot of this. In fact, we're just gonna delete a lot of it. Go to select faces. We're gonna select all of it. The only faces we need is these faces right here. In fact, let's just delete the whole exterior. All of it. Boom. The only thing I need is you guys. Hold on. That was not my intent. I did not mean to shrink it. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Keep this. And keep all this. Delete. Right, so now you should just be filled with the inside. Now we're actually not going to keep this. We're actually going to use that shape to get the fill in. This is probably the hardest one I've done. So this is pretty challenging for me, and I'm actually excited to show you guys what I can do. This is the famous last words, right? Take a quick drink of coffee. So this filling, we're actually gonna, I can actually just do this, like object mode, and we're gonna just reverse it. This is actually the inside, and then this is the outside, right? So now this is the filling, and it should fit 1 for 1 for the cup. And when you rotate the cup, make sure to rotate the liquid too, otherwise it's gonna look odd. And so now this is the bottom, right? And we don't want this to be all janky, so what we'll do is this, and we'll I want to shrink it to about right here. It won't be as noticeable. And right here we'll fill the hole. Where's the fill hole? Always blind to this. I wish they made like the tabs on the side here fill hole. They probably do. I just haven't looked. All right, make hole, fill hole. Nope. Nope. I wish I could make my own toolbox, and maybe I can. I just haven't had the chance. And then I'll have like a custom, all the regular stuff. The only ones I really use is bridge, bevel, merge, extrude. I've memorized the key tabs. Maybe I should just do that. Memorize keybinds. Control B, yeah, Control E. Where is fill hole? There it is. I can find that. That is really useful. All right, so you won't even notice that. And the bottom is finished. Now we're going to do this, and we're going to do Control E to extrude, and we're going to do thickness, oh, negative. I'll just do 0.1. Excuse me. It has to be negative 0.1. Honestly, I don't want it to go too far up, just because I want it to remain flat. This is a liquid, and we just center it. This. Seeing it like this, we can actually go like that and use the screen one to flatten, right? I do kind of want to flatten the liquid. So what we'll do is, yeah. So now you'll come to figure out that the liquid is not flat. So what we'll do is Control Edge, press Q, press R to shape it, and then we'll flatten the top like that. And then we still have that hole, right? Well, let's do this. Control the edge, and we're going to go shrink it again until it's super small, because they always pay attention to the top. And as soon as it's super small, we're going to fill the hole again. That way it's not a... Now you're probably thinking, is that it? Is that all it takes? Kind of. There's still one more step. We don't want the teacup to overflow, right? What we'll do is we'll take this again. And you see that it's actually just at the line. if not a little bit more, because it's essentially the same size. So what we'll do is we'll shape it here. Blue. Control object mode. There we go. Right, so now we're going to use the, not the red, because that'll be one direction. Green here. Oh, good. Right there, right? Let's go back. The easiest way to deal with this is actually to turn this off. I want about, let's just do half, right? Hide that again. Get the, not the multi-cut, but the insert edge loop. And we're going to actually add them right here. Two's fine. And this way we can actually delete the faces again. I actually should have done that first. All right. Boom. Faces. Not doing faces. Face. It's gonna kill me. Delete. And now we'll just redo that step that I did. I didn't actually have to do it that time, but I actually did leave that out, and it's a good thing I caught it. I would have caught it eventually anyway. Control E, 0.1, 0.1, because then it'll elevate, and I don't want you to elevate. And we're mesh fill hole. That's what we can do. Just flatten it. Cool. And now, it's half the size. This is a good meter. Like this. And now you have your tea. That fills that cup perfectly. All right, so it's pretty much done. Just need to do the bottom. Click that edge. Double click it. Excuse me. I'm dying. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing we did with the top and the bottom, except a little more gracefully. Control E. Negative 1's fine, because we're actually going to be raising it. First, let's shrink it inward. Control E. We're going to be raising that. Slightly. Shrinking it down all the way. That's good. Then we can just fill the hole. Excuse me. At least my cough's getting better. All right, and then this is our overall shape. Now we do kind of want something on the outside, just so it's not quite just flat like this. So what we'll do is we'll add of course you guessed it, an edge loop. And this is going to add 2. We don't want to add 2. We want to add just the 1 there, equal distance. That's fine. Right about there and there. Right, press Q, press R. We'll do this. We'll leave that one there. Throw this one out. Then we'll grab the other one. Slightly, so that has a slight, ooh, just like that. It's not bad. And then that works for me. I'm happy with it. And then you can decorate it however you want. Save. Doesn't need the handles, because not all teacups have handles. So I have 2 that have handles, and I'm gonna make another one without a handle. I'm making this for a glass pack I have on the Epic Marketplace. But while we have this open, you'll notice that the selected is teal and the unselected is blue. You can actually make this to your advantage just to see that it's not fully aligned. So what we'll do is click this, sorry, the liquid itself, and we will expand it by the green. We don't want to make it taller. Lightly, no, too much. Right about there. see that there's some lines going in. So we'll go back to that. Just a touch. No. One more. Right there. Okay, perfect. We want it just touching. We can correct it because I want to see that this is, yeah. So what we do now is we select this and we do the vertex. Or actually, no, let's do, so just the inner vertexes. Because it's, yeah, just the inner ones. This will be a little annoying, but just the edge here. We don't have to worry about the bottom ones. Just the top ones that are on the inside. So every other one. And all we're going to do is expand it. Because the outer ones are actually perfect. Oops. Alright, so now that we have that done, I want to make sure I can see this. Yeah, because you can still kind of see slightly there. And so what I'm going to do is gracefully press Control and go outward slightly. Oh, nope, is it not Control? It's not Control. It is Shift? Oh, Shift, yeah. Shift. Much better, right? Now you don't see any gaps. Much cleaner. And it is just barely outside. But now it looks like the the outer ones are smaller. So let's actually deal with this slightly. Oh, just kind of see it. Right there is actually perfect. Now let's do the same with the outside. And that's fine. Easy process. Just time consuming. Almost said time considered. Oof, I really am having a stroke. I think I watched that stupid movie. Was it Glass Onion? Edward Norton's character just says the wrong stuff. Not really a spoiler if you haven't seen that movie. It's just something he does that bugs the hell out of people. Is that better? No, that's worse. A little bit small. That's okay. I don't like it because it's actually protruding a little bit. Let's do a little bit less. Here, let me see if I can trim this down a little bit. Wait. Where did all these extra sides come from? That freaked me out. Alright, let's... There we go. Okay, cool. We want the dots to be seen on the inside. So the bottom side's going to be clipped. That's perfect. Alright, in fact, I think we might have done too good on the inside. So let's go back over to the insides. So it's just a process. You want to be good. You want to make it look pretty. Alright. Now let's take a peek at the sides here. Not too small. Ugh. I have a stroke. Alright, fine. That's fine. Alright, well, I mean, it's a little protruding, but I think it'll be fine. If anything, I could scale it a little bit more. I'm actually fairly happy with. Okay, actually here is fine. Don't want to see any caps. Mainly the one thing I'm looking for. Okay, so now that we have that, give you the material glass. And a lot of this glass material stuff is already preset, so like let's keep you out of and then I'll show you the liquid. I'm going to create a new liquid. What you'll do is go to Arnold Shader and Surface, and then from here you can go to Presets. So they already have glass. I didn't use the glass that they had. I have my own glass that I made, and then there's, I guess I could use a honey color, but they have plenty of stuff here that you can use. You can use water. They do have a clear water as well. But I'm going to show. Let's check out how the honey looks like in the Arnold render. It'll be right here. All right, that looks all right. Now going from Epic doesn't matter as much because for one, where's the floor? Materials don't transfer over 1-for-1 in Epic Market or an Unreal Engine. Why does it do that? I always click on the floor. All right. Get 3. Boom shakalaka. What we'll do is angle it slightly. Perfect. Now we're just going to wait for this to load in a little bit. This one has 0 handles. If I wanted to make a handle, it wouldn't be too hard, but you saw me do it in the last one. For this one, I kind of wanted to make it look a little star flowery shaped. Now it is kind of squared, so it's edgy. Edgy, not like not like the Urban Dictionary edgy, but like it has a lot of rigid edges. Rigid edges. Rigid edges. Oh, sorry, you guys are live watching me have a stroke here. My God. But I will say though, that's been getting better since I've been drinking a lot of mushroom coffee. This mushroom coffee, it's not magic mushroom or anything like that. No, it's just medicinal mushrooms like lion's mane. It definitely helps with brain fog and some focus. So that's something that I've always been having. And so this is actually helping me channel my creative works. However, when it comes to speaking, it does not help that. I think I need a different mushroom for that. Alright, but let's see. It's loading right now. Take a quick look. Yeah, so see, it's curved, right? So if I really wanted to do that curve, I could, but I would need to, I'd say, triple the amount. So the part that's out would be the center right here. I would need at least 1, 2 on both sides symmetrically. So that'd be 4 different lines here per each curve. And that's a lot of triangles to draw. So I'm trying to keep it small because I want to assume that people that are going to be using my stuff, you know, want to keep it as minimal as possible. Granted, if I get requested to do something complex like this, I do it. It wouldn't take too long. It would take me, you know, an hour, 2 hours tops. And then for, you know, if you want to do materials, that's something completely different. On Unreal Engine's a little different, but there's some easy ways to get around it. You can draw an image as a target and then import it, and then you can have it writing the UVs like this. So like right here, it's like half the face, so I could use the same image and mirror it on the other side. So you can have one on the inside like this. This would be its own mirror, and I'll show you that as soon as I take the image. This is teacup number 3. Glass teacup. Teacup 3. Cool. Save this, and now what I was talking about is the UVs. So what we'll do is take this UV editor, and we're going to show you the default. Let's actually get rid of this because it's going to cost me some performance. All right, you can see there's nothing there, right? We're going to go back and click on liquid tea, or sorry, teacup. You can see that there are already UVs, but they're horrendous. So let's start with teacup, and we'll go to UV again. We're just going to do automatic. This will automatically fit all the sides there. Now, if you're trying to fit an image on the side, or like some sort of design, some graphic, you're not going to want to do this. You're going to want to do UV, and I think because this is cylindrical, we're going to do cylindrical. And that way it goes like this. So now from here, you can just shrink it down until it fits. You want it fitting just right inside that cube. All right, cool. And then we'll just do a little bit. Bing. Yeah, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. So this will allow you, so you can see that this bottom stuff is the lip on the bottom. That's fine. And you can separate them. So that way it gives you a little more chance for detail. So this is... Won't hide it. Is it hiding? There we go. Okay. So now, if you really want to do that, you just click on right-click, UV's UV shell. Could cut it. So what I'll do is, now let's go back to UV's shell. Cut it. Let's see what the auto seams is. I've never actually used the auto seams. So didn't really do anything useful for me. Just kept it the same. So let's go back, Control Undo. What we're going to do is excuse me. Create UV shell. Base. I'm gonna select. Hold on. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna select through here. So for the face, I typically don't want to try and use the top, but I'll use these. So this will be perfect. And from here, we'll create a UV shell. Right. Now there's two. Right. You got 1, 2, 3. So one for the inside. There is. Okay, so now we can select the rest of it. And we're gonna go to best plane. Oh, maybe I should do this by shell. Maybe. Okay. Top's gonna go here. The inside's gonna go right there. You're gonna go right on. This is one. This is the bottom. Is the bottom? Can't see. So I'm gonna assume that's the bottom. This is the edge, so I'll do this. Don't want them touching. Good. Then I can move this up. And voila! So this is how you would do that. So save it. Make sure it's not. Okay, good. So this will get you the most detail. So you can put a picture over this. You can get designs on the inside or on the outside. And that's all you need. So this will make it easier to customize. So I'll leave it like that. Save it, and then I can export it. And I'll do the other one for the teacup too. Oh wait! Before I do that, I gotta do one for the liquid. And for this one, doesn't matter because it's mostly just liquid, right? So let's just select the teacup, and we're just gonna create a completely new one. I'm gonna do this automatic paste. And that honestly doesn't matter. I mean, it just depends on the materials you're going to put. Now, you just want to make sure that they're filled up to the max on this. That way you can get your best design, your best quality materials. The bigger it is, the better it is for your materials. So obviously you want the top part to look the best. The rest doesn't really matter as much. What I'll do is I'll take these. And I select them. like that. Alright. Alright, so up right about there. This is already its own face. Awesome. That kind of works out. I will make you. I can't make you bigger without moving you guys. So you guys move. I can't have you there. So flip you around. I just really hope no one tries to actually add materials to this water. That would be awkward. Okay. Get you out of the way. I want you overlapping, so we'll put you right there. Put you right there. You guys are fine as is. I need to be exact because I'm not going to be using this. The only time you do need to be exact, well, you should be exact as often as possible, but I'm not going to be using this. Honestly, no one should be using this. They should, likely they won't even be using this liquid, but I need the top part's what matters most to me. They want it to look good. Can't pass that line. Right there. Where can I put you where you won't affect the rest? Hold on. I think I can get away with this. Want to move this over here? That's pretty weird that it's not even a full thing. And the bottom definitely doesn't need to be that big. I want it too small though, so let's see if we can fit it to this box. There we go. And inside. Ta-da. I'm happy. Just gonna try and squeeze you where I can. this? I can if I rotated the right angle. Cool. It's enough gap too. Cool. Could utilize these a little bit better, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's just need this to be a little bit bigger. Cool. It's on the inside. It's on the inside. That's touching. They're touching, so we'll go over as well. Up. Over and up. They're not touching. Nothing's touching the UV. Nothing's touching. Nothing's touching. Pretty good. And this I did this all by hand. You can do automatic organizing, but I don't remember the button for that, and I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure that out. Save it. Then I could export it. This is just liquid. Liquid I'm not worried about for the UVs to be exact or any. It's not touching. That's all that I make sure. So that way there's no overwriting. You don't want it to overlap, and nothing's protruding out of the UV's boundaries here. Okay, cool. And we go back to the cup. Cup is actually very neatly organized. Just worried that it's touching that damn. It's just in. Okay, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be doing much there. But I have space, so what I'll do is lift it up. Lift that up too. Cool. So now there's plenty of space. There. If you put a design, you'll get some weird logo stuff, and that's fine. All right. Now let's click on Teacup 3. Well, let's just do the file. We're going to export selection. Last. No, that's the teacup. Oh, I didn't export the other one. This is 3. Export. It has the UVs already pre-built because I built them. Now we can turn that off. Wait, all in there? Yeah, okay, so both are in there. Off. Are these ones on? Yeah, they haven't been built. So we're actually going to do it a little simple for this one. Teacup doesn't matter. That just needs to be automatic. UV automatic's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. How does it do that? Shell. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna cut some for you. Is the bottom right? The bottom one doesn't matter as much. This one does. Bottom does not matter. Cool. All right, let's Teacup liquid. This one, excuse me. I'm gonna do the same things. Cylindrical. notice how it does kind of leak out like that. All right, let's out of this. Close that because I don't want to see it. This one I do. Oh no, I don't want to touch with that. This. Why is it? Hold on, this is all weird. Oh, that's why, because the handle. All right, so what we'll do is back to UV mode, UV shell. We're gonna just flip the faces. The ear is gonna be a little different, so we're gonna actually cut into its own. So that's one. Notice we could actually delete that. Face. Cool. We're going to control select that, so we don't select that, and then we're going to create cylindrical base. Yay! Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, the inside. Why are you shape like this though? Alright, hold on. Let's just do the outside then. Do that. On the inside, or let's go this one, and we'll do this. Control selecting these. Let's just tab hold. Right. Almost done. Cool, that's it. Now I have the exterior selected. We're going to create a, UV shell. Boom. Now we can move that up. Where's this corner missing? I don't like how there's a corner missing. Quick. Undo. It's unselected. Where's the corner? There it is. Here. What the hell is going on? You know what? I'm just gonna do it this way because it's getting too intense. No, I can't do it that way. All right, well, I didn't want to do it that way, but I guess let's do it camera based. Camera based. All right, cool. There we go. Why is it? Man, that was just tripping me out. Angles, because I want to do. No, let's do select. Select all of that. Shift, select all of that. Tab that, tab. Hold the outside. I'm gonna do this. That one, these. Why is that? Is there a bottom missing? Ugh. In the meantime, let's do this. Oh, I don't want to do. Oops. Wrong button. Okay, I think I can create a scene for this. Alright, cool. What in the world? Did it not? Oh, if I do this, Control Shift, select this. This should be Control and then Control select that. And then we're gonna create. Oh, magic. This corner though is gonna haunt me though. What is this corner? Where is the twist? Are you the twist? I have no idea. Inside, I don't really care as much. I just need it to fit, but I want it to be proportionate. Yep. Wait a second, is this the outside or the exterior? God, I wish these were actually different colors. It's the interior. Yeah. Good. That's not the best. Honestly, like, I would start it here. And then sew it. That way you can actually get a full design, but it isn't bad either. I just need to separate them. And then I can move this. Yeah. I want this to be as big as I can get it. There. Fine. Honestly, that's actually not bad. That's gonna be fine. face. Okay, and then we're going to create shell. All right, before we do that, let's actually save this, close this tab, and we're actually going to go back to material mode. So we want to apply the same materials to all of this. So we cut them. And we're going to change it to Lambert just so we can see what is up with you. Nothing wrong with you. It's just UV mode just makes it incredibly difficult to see everything. Cool. So an easy way to do this. Let's go back to the UV editor. Let's do cut. Wait, what? Whoa. Do face. I don't have surgeon hands. Actually, let's do this because then it won't matter which side I get. Oops. I'm gonna cut you. You're the middle, and you can be set. Why aren't you separated? All right, we're gonna create your own UV shell. Cool. Now I can. All right, so this doesn't matter as much. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. What I do need is these ones be sewn together. Hold it, let me. What? Oh, I see. Let me go back to my face. So, I should do that. So, why does it do that? What am I selecting that's causing you to malfunction? Really, all I want is. Oh, where's this? Where's it start? Okay, so let's select this. We don't need to worry about that. We need to worry about this. Okay. There's that damn. I don't know where that is. Yeah, so this is the freaking part that's. Oh, I see. All right, well, hold on, UVs. Click that. Click this. Shift. Tab. Tab, click, and then we'll make this into shell. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Control Shift that, and then we're gonna go to face, tab that, and then we're gonna create a cylindrical. Did it really? Why did it turn into? Oops, no. The middle. possible. And we want that small, that way there won't be much of a slit in between this. And what we can do now is we can actually put this up. Wait. Trick this together. Now the best way to deal with like the the line here is to kind of select these two. I think the edges would be easier to select. Let's do vertex. Can we do vertex? We can. We're just gonna merge. It's the button. There's no button. Merge to center. That'd be the way to do it here. Let's see. Here we go. Merge. That's too much. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to that. Dude. 0.103. That should be more than enough merge. That's not working. Maybe we can sew it. Maybe I need to select multiple. All right, let's just go back to vertexes. Smallest, largest. No, we don't need to like that. Why wouldn't it do that? Cut. Why is cut just fine, but not this? It says to freak out. Right before we do anything, let's. Together. I'll get why it does that. Not selecting any of those. Just this. Select that. Select this. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's connecting a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Where are you guys looking? There you are. Oh my gosh, I have you guys put on the wrong side. All right. Wonder it's all open up. All right, now let's try it again. Why are you still? Excuse me. I don't know why. I guess I haven't done like this before. Shells select. Because they're selected, they should just automatically want to do it. 8 automatic. Cancel. It should only just be that selected. Shouldn't even be the handle part. The handle part should be not untouched. Alright. UV generate. Cylindrical. Can I clear that? Why can't I? Automatic is just bonkers. I don't want that. See, this is fine, but the problem is that the middle is all weird. Why is that? Okay, vertex. But why do you keep matching there? Cut. Now it's doing that weird thing again. I don't want it to. Here, this will be the easiest way to do this. X. Cool. This we can move up. Maybe even shrink down. Oh, no, no, no. Need them both to together. In fact, I kind of want you. Alright, we can make you guys grow a little bit. I'm happy. Because that seam is going to be very... Okay, so yeah, that actually worked. So the trick is, when you press and hold X to move something... Where is it? So when you move it, it moves like by singles, right? But when you push X, then you move it, it goes by tangents, right? So halfway makes it very fluid to move. Actually, here. And so that's exactly what I did. So the seam is on tangent. So now they can create a UV, a design on here. So they just got it. So you just got to take this whole pixel size and then, or not pixel, but borders for this, and then you can get a good, decent graphic here. That's it. That's all it takes. And I'm gonna end the stream there because that's 2 coffee cups, or sorry, teacups. What I need to do. I have it in this, so I'll do that real quick. And we'll just do automatic. Create automatic. Oh, let's see. Let's just take a look what the cylindrical is. Yeah, honestly, I don't need that, so go back to that. That's fine. Cool. We'll save that. And then we can make that visible again. We can close this tab, because now these are completed. We're going to take this and this, and we're going to save and then export selection. Glass teacup number 2. Export. And it's exporting. I'm going to save it, and I think that is the end. Saving it. File. Not increment and save just in case it messes up. Alright. No changes. That's fine. Alright, well, been streaming for a good while. You guys got a good look at this stuff. So I'm actually going to post this to YouTube so anyone can come and rewatch it. Alright guys, Mike G signing off. catch you guys later.